Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. Welcome back to K2. Been a while since I've seen you all. Hope everyone's doing well. Got to figure out here what we're going to do next. The last time we got nuclear fusion set up, and that's running very well right now. We've got plenty of power, 2 gigawatt capacity, which at the moment is way more than we need. But the good thing about the fusion reactor in K2 is that it only consumes fuel when the steam level drops below a certain amount, so it doesn't continuously consume fuel like the nuclear power does in vanilla. So you don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about buffering steam or doing anything like that to conserve fuel. It'll only burn fuel when it needs it, which I like. I think that's a good addition to the game. I actually wish that the vanilla was like that too. But like I said, if you collect steam and control it that way, you can basically do the same thing with a little bit of extra setup. But it's nice having it work like that out of the box. Now, one thing I'd like to do here with my iron smelting, you'll notice here that I've got 4 lines of smelters, two going to each of the 2 output stations. Sorry, I'm not talking very well today. And this is fine, but what we'll see is that most of the time the train is going to stop at the first station rather than the second one. So what I'd like to do is prioritize things with splitters so that all 4 belts go to the first one, and then when that one's full, it goes to the second one. That way the first one will fill up faster. I've already implemented something similar here on the copper smelting. I know it looks a little confusing, but basically for each one of these outputs, they go into a splitter, and then by priority it goes into the first station, and then when that backs up and fills up, then it'll overflow into the second station, right? And I've done that for each of these, right? So the station first, no, I'm sorry, actually the second 2, these are going to the second station first, so I actually did not set that up correctly. Yeah, let me fix that. This might even be a better way to do it. Yeah, I thought I had all these going to the first one first, but actually the way that this is set up is that these 2 by priority feed this one, these 2 by priority feed the other one, and then when one or the other is full, then it'll overflow to the other one. That's how this is set up. Right, so here the priority goes out this way, and then the overflow comes over here, and same there. So I'm going to try to copy this. I should be able to copy paste, but I'm going to use my shift key so I can edit the blueprint here and take out anything that I don't need to include. Right, so the yellow belts I don't need, power poles I don't want, furnaces I don't want, chests I don't want, and that leaves me just with the red belts, which is what I do want. Alright, so let's go back over to the iron, and we'll set that up there. going to need... I'll just do this. I wish there was an option to... I wish there was an option to be able to blueprint splitters on top of existing belts. But the game doesn't want to let you do that for some reason. There, that should work. Okay, cool. All right. Hey, Mihao. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for the 3rd month. And, yeah. Enjoy the VOD. Thanks for stopping in. Right, so this way any of the stations will be able to be filled with all 4 smelting lines. Right, so they won't get stuck to only having 2 each. Yeah, and the reason I set it up this way is because when I was looking at the copper setup a while ago, this station was full, this one was not full, and then this one was only getting fed by these 2 smelting lines, while these 2 were not doing anything because the belts were backed up. So that's why I did this, right? So that way we can take advantage of the full capacity for either one of these. And then once this one fills up, then these splitters will start to overflow over to this side to fill this one. Now this one's already full, so it doesn't need it in this case. But since this is full, now we can see that these 2 lines are feeding over to this one, which allows that to fill faster. So it just makes better utilization of our production capacity. Hey Jim, how are you? Hope you're having a good weekend so far. Let's see, these are... yeah, one thing I'm seeing... I'm not quite getting the output that I was hoping to get here. Why is that? Because they're not getting fed with ore fast enough. Okay, and I think we knew that that was going to be a problem, right? And super duper inserters are still a long way away. Although once I get inserter 7 done, I will get another... I'll get another stack. Or not another stack, but I'll be able to pick up one more with the red inserters. So that, I think, will probably be enough to get it to where these can feed and run nonstop. GTG, how you doing, my friend? Yeah, I'm doing well. My back's a lot better now. I think I mentioned to you guys last time that I was starting to go to physical therapy, and that helped a ton. So I'm pretty much, I mean, I still got a little bit of soreness and stuff, but it's not really preventing me from doing anything. So I'm pretty happy about that. All right. Yeah, that's an empty railgun. I think that'll be filled up. I think it's empty just because we just had a visit. Let's see how we're doing on railgun shells. Yeah, we're still using them as fast as we can make them. But over time, I think we'll get caught up. Let's see how we do here. Nice. Yeah, yeah, I'm starting to get used to it, but I don't like it. No me gusta. No, and lesson learned for me is that I can't really I can't really take time off from going to the gym and stuff like that, which is kind of what I've been doing. Like I haven't really done much in terms of exercise for the last few months because I've been really busy with with work, with my music stuff. Hey, Elsa Zocht. Yeah, thanks. Glad to be back. And then on top of all that, I'm in a, I guess you would call it a boot camp, a coding boot camp. It's like a coaching program. I'm learning some coding skills because I'm thinking of making a career change here, or career adjustment at least. So that's been taking up a lot of my time too, because I'm working on some projects for that, which are going pretty well. But that's like a 4-month. That's a 4-month program that I'm in. I'm about, I don't know. I'm almost halfway through it. So yeah. So with all those things going on, it's been busy, and I haven't been exercising much, and because of that. All right, now these are all full, but I'm also not making anything right now. Yeah, so because of that, I haven't been exercising much, and I think that I think that allowed my back muscles maybe to get weaker, and then I start having problems. So, like I said, lesson learned. Got to keep up with the exercise no matter what. Got to make that. I have to start making that a higher priority. Yeah, thanks, Jim. That would be cool. Yeah, Jim's actually been helping me out a lot with my coding stuff. He's a developer himself, and he's hooked me up with a lot of good resources and given me some good advice. So thanks again, Jim. Appreciate all your help on that, man. Okay, so what do we do next? Yeah. Hey, if it's not cheating if it's a mod. Yeah, I think that'll be next. Once I get done with my program, I'll start making some Factorio mods. All right. So, anyway, we got to figure out what is next on the list here. And I think what that's going to be is starting to move towards these other tech cards that I don't have access to yet. And I think the first one is, well, I don't know if it matters which one I do first. That would be awesome, Jim. The autoplay mod. Let's Play Factorio will be the name of the mod. You turn it on and you just watch it play. Hi, Shun-san. Hope I pronounced that correctly. Welcome. Okay. So this is the research I've got set up so far. We're doing military 5. We have coal liquefaction. We'll get automation 3. Solar panels, which I don't think we're going to use. Logistics 4 is coming up. Containers, quantum computers, and rocket silo. All right, so we got about 40 minutes worth of research ahead of us. Let's start taking a look. Well, first of all, let me see what military 5 gets us. Impulse rifle, heavy rocket launcher, heavy rockets, and immersite ammunition. Okay. Let's see what we need for these higher level tech cards. Quantum computer, rocket silo. Okay, so then next is the Singularity Lab. All right, and that's going to unlock all kinds of goodies. Okay. The optimization card also opens up the Singularity Tech card. And then we have the Matter Tech card. And that's going to get us Immersium processing. Oh, no, that's different. Well, hang on. What was the Immersite? Okay, so Immersium and Immersite are two different things. Atomic bombs. Okay. So anyway, I think Singularity Lab needs to be the next one on the list, right? So let's add that. And then we'll do... Let's do these other tech cards. I don't know. It probably doesn't matter which one we do first. Too much. So we'll do them in any order. And then once we get those done, then we can unlock a lot of other stuff. K2 and 248. Yeah. Yeah, I've been messing around with 248 a little bit on my own. It's pretty cool. Pretty complicated though. Yeah, and especially combined with K2. It probably gets rather complex. Okay. All right, so let's start looking at, once I get optimization tech cards, what does it take to make those? Space research data. Okay. How do we get space research data? Probably from launching rockets, I would guess, right? Alright, so maybe what we need to start doing next is preparing to launch rockets and build rockets. And I think in order to do that, we're probably going to have to expand here fairly soon because... Alright, well, we opened up these three by setting up our nuclear reactor. There's still some stuff in there that needs to be disassembled, so let's go ahead and help that along. I agree with you, Jim. K2 is enough for me. Okay, thank you. And let's clear this out. My wife's friends' dogs are visiting us for the next week. They're good dogs, but there will be some additional noises here. Okay, and then we can get rid of that stuff. Let's see. Okay, so that gives us three more. Now we're already making low density structures and we're already making rocket fuel. Okay. So rocket parts are the same in K2 as they are in vanilla. So I think the only other thing that we need, if I make rocket control units, then we'll be able to launch rockets. Of course, my production on these things right now is pretty pathetically slow, so we can improve upon that. Let's see what we're making on We'll see what we're making per hour on rocket fuel and low density structures. $97 a minute. And I think we're using those for science packs too. So let's check consumption as well. I feel a sneeze coming on. Okay, it passed. Whew. All right, so yeah, so we're making a little over 90 of each, and we're consuming close to 60 of each. So we still have some capacity available for rocket parts, but I think we'll want to increase our production rate of those. So why don't we work on that? And then we can start setting up the rocket control unit production and the rocket silo. And I think from the rocket launch we will get the space data. Actually, I wonder if we can see that. Okay, yeah, it doesn't say what the output of the rocket silo is, but I'm pretty sure that's where we get the space research data. Okay. So first thing, I wonder what can we do here to make this faster without having to just duplicate all these machines. Don't we have access to some kind of special beacon or something? Or am I thinking of something else? Sorry guys, I may be confused, but I thought that we had some kind of resource scanner. Oh, okay, that's for recursive blueprints. Wasn't there some kind of a fancy beacon in Krastorio? Here we go. Yeah, singularity beacon. Oh, effect. Okay, yeah, effect transmission. I have. That gives me the vanilla beacon. Okay, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, singularity beacon. Okay, that's for later. That's late game. Okay, yeah. So we could use regular beacons here. Of course, we would have to make modules as well. I'm also researching the tier 3 assembly machines. Where do I have those on my list? Okay, those are coming up next, actually. Automation 3. Yeah, so we could... In fact, if we upgrade these to tier 3 machines, we will get a speed increase. It'll also give us additional module slots, so I think if I did that, I might not actually get more production out of it. Let's see. All right, I didn't do it here in Factory Planner. But the productivity modules give us 5% penalty each. Is that right? Yeah, 5% speed penalty each. But the Assembler 3 gives us like a 67% speed boost. So if I replace these with tier 3 assemblers, even with additional productivity modules, it's still going to be probably about 50% faster. So I think that can be our first the first step. Hey, Lanesta, how are you? Good morning. All right, so let's look at assembly 3. What do we need to make those? We do need speed modules. Okay, so let's go to the mall and start making some speed modules. And what I'll do here is I will just copy this. And then I'll change the recipes. Where are all my bots? There we go. Oh. Okay. Good. So we got that going. All right. Where do I have my other assemblers? Way over here. All right. So the assembler for the assembly 3s we'll have to put. I guess we can put them right here. As soon as that research is done. All right. Yeah, so a few minutes ago I was talking about my busyness lately, and I've also had a chat with my wife about that, and she hasn't been terribly happy that I've been so busy lately either. So, which is understandable. So I think at least for the next few months, while I'm doing some of this extra work, I think I'm going to have to go to streaming once a week, which will probably just be the Sunday morning stream. That way I have some more time freed up to spend with the family during the week. And like I said, you know, this boot camp that I'm in is 4 months, so I know when that's done, I'll have more free time, because then I won't have, you know, if I haven't gotten the job I want by then I'll obviously have to continue doing some work to keep fresh, but I'll be able to do it on my own schedule, right? So, okay. Yeah, so for the immediate future, then we'll probably just be doing this once a week on Sundays. And then as I get more time, I can start to increase the frequency again. Okay, so while we're waiting for this research to be done, I think we can... Yeah, that's right, Jim. Yep. Yeah, we're all living together, so if anybody is not happy, that affects everybody else. Well, and plus I want everybody else to be happy. It's not only that it affects me, it's, you know. All right, so I think we need to think about expanding here. So I think we could start planning an expansion to the west. And the way that we did this last time is I started building the wall first, and then once the new wall was built, we removed the old wall and then built our grid. So I think we'll do the same thing here. And the wall sections, I don't think I have those. I don't think I have those tiled. No. Okay. Yeah. So we'll have to put in a grid section as a placeholder, and it could be any of these, I suppose, or I could even do all of them. Really, we'll just do a few at a time. Right. Now, obviously, I have things in the way that are going to prevent this from being built completely, but they'll start putting in these additional grid sections, and then once those are in place, then I've got a guide that I can use to start putting down the wall sections. And then we'll have to move all of our defenses. And I think I should also update my wall blueprints with the railgun turrets and the artillery turrets. Then again, maybe I should just do an artillery train instead of turrets. That would probably be more efficient in terms of resources. It would be more maintenance though, because I'd have to set up train stops for everything. Yeah, I think I'll just stay with the artillery turrets for now, rather than doing the train. Okay, so now we can make the tier 3 assemblers. So we'll go ahead and do that. Easy peasy. The beauty of a bot-based mall. Let's see something. Those are going to use one speed module every 2 seconds. And that's going to produce a little bit less than that. So let's add a couple more machines to this. There we go. Now I'll be able to produce them just as fast as I need to make the tier 3 assemblers non-stop. Oh yeah. Yeah, that train defense is pretty cool. I'm going to try that one of these days. Does a train have better range? Good question. I don't think I've ever looked at that. Automatic range 192 for the train. 192 for the turret. Manual range is 960. Ah, interesting. Actually, the manual range for the turrets is longer than the train. And I think that's good because that gives the turrets a purpose. Even when you do have a train. If you want a manual target, then you got more range. Speaking of manual targeting, since I am building out here, let's clear away some of these nests that are fairly close to where we're going to be building, so they don't give my bots too much trouble. I think that's just a worm. I'm not concerned about worms, really. Ooh, looks like we're going to have some visitors. Okay, and it looks like these are built now. So we'll go ahead and put down the next set of grids. Okay. Good deal. Yeah, and then because I'm only expanding in one dimension, I can actually just I can just make a blueprint of this entire wall and just move it out without placing each bit of it individually. You know, and then I can include the corners, which makes it a little bit easier. Speaking of corners, let's get rid of these guys. Okay, good. All right. Now I'm going to take all of these and we'll go and set up our production rate increase on these other things. Oh, shoot. Okay, so that one I'll have to do something different to get the rate up. But yeah, down here I can just use an upgrade planner. Let me make a unique one for this. So we're going to go from assembly 2 to assembly 3. And then I think I don't think I can upgrade. I mean, I can upgrade the modules, but I don't think I can upgrade the quantity of modules. So I'll probably have to do that manually. Okay. All right, so we've got 0.675, and then once we get the new one, we'll have a crafting speed of 1, right? So we go from 0.675 to a crafting speed of 1. So that's considerably faster just by doing this in-place upgrade. So that's a good way to do it. All right, now let's go look at the rocket fuel. The rocket fuel, I might just have to duplicate the line. I should probably put in productivity modules on these too. Let's do that. All right, I'm just going to have to request a bunch of modules. Okay, so if I double this, then I'm going to have to double this as well. And just to make things nice and even, we'll do that. There we go. All right, let's get in the bot network so I can get my modules. And while we're waiting for the modules, we'll take a look at the wall. That's looking good. All right, not quite done yet. Oh, okay. Yep. Okay, I got some of my modules. Yep, good point. Thanks for pointing that out. Okay, there we go. Okay. We'll have to remove that for a moment. Let's see, is that right? Yeah. I may need another refinery as well. There. I'm putting this here just to help cover that dead spot in the middle. All right, and then we'll just add another one of these. And let's feed the oxygen. This is all probably not necessary, but whatever. There. Now everything's doubly connected. Okay. All right, there we go. Emu Bob, how you doing? Hey, Sectoon. Welcome, guys. All right, yeah, and then we'll just have to keep an eye on the light oil supply. Hopefully we can, well, here, we can figure out whether we are making enough. This needs 102, let's call it 103 per second. And over here, we are making 255 a second. All right, so we're still good by a comfortable margin. All right, check power consumption. Wow, yeah, we're using a lot more power now, but we've got plenty to spare. Okay, how are we coming along for the rocket silo? Let's see. Shift click, let's make rocket silo as early as possible. Okay, so that'll start right after lab research speed. And it says that that's 42 minutes away. $35 away. All right, well, we'll see. It'll be a little bit. All right, let's go check on the wall. Whoa, all right. Yeah, we'll just go, we'll take a walk along the wall and see how everything looks. Okay, good. Let me get out. Oh, I guess I could use my rocket pack to get out. Okay, everything is looking fine here. Let's get some radars placed. Advanced radar. Where does the other one go? All right. Let's see, I need the creep collector. I'll collect all of this so it doesn't get in the way of the wall. We can't build on it. We should call in an airstrike over here. All right, let's get all this picked up. We'll get this too. All right. I think we're pretty much set to move the wall. So we will, like I said, I'm going to copy the entire wall. I'll start from there. We'll go all the way down. All right. Now, in this case, I do not want rails included. So nothing rail related. I do want walls and pipes. We don't need steel chests or belts. Or power poles. I do want substations and turrets. I don't think I need medium electric poles. I do need some inserters. I need all that. Roboports? No. Okay. Now let's take a look at that. What is this junk I got there? Oh, get rid of those. I can't really see what I have there. Those might be pipes or something. I wish you could zoom in on these things. Alright, I'll tell you what, let's see what it is. Oh, okay. Yeah, those are pipes. Okay, that's alright. We can remove those. I think. Yeah, I'll just right click and hope I get lucky and hit them. Alright. Yeah, we'll have to do some cleanup. Or I could just Yeah. I could do it manually. Jeez. Yeah, I wish you could too. I wonder what would be the easiest way to add turrets. Select new contents. I'm afraid I might screw it up, but I know selecting new contents can work. I really hate messing with these blueprints. Yeah, I wish there was a way to... Well, I mean, I guess that is a way to add things to the blueprint, but I'm afraid I might mess it up. Here, let's make a copy of it first. And then we'll try it. Okay. Alright, so this is V2. Okay. So let's see here. So we go from basically like the middle of the rail just to beyond the wall. And we're going a little bit beyond the middle. Well, that's... Oh, I should probably do this down on the bottom, right? All right. Let's give it a try. All right, let's remove these entities. And take a look again. Let's remove signals. I just want the rail here to aid in its placement. I don't necessarily want to put anything down. Okay. I think this should work. Here, I'm going to delete this one. That way I don't have to worry about it being messy with other, you know, with other stuff. Oh, I never did put my second radar down, did I? Okay. Yeah, I think this will work fine. Okay, let's go put down that other radar. Okay. And then what happens if I get rid of this one? Do I lose anything? No, I don't. Okay. Okay, good. Oh, that was a normal radar that I put down. Was it? Advanced radar. Oh, I must have a third one somewhere. Yeah, here we go. I need to put that over here. There we go. All right, so then we'll put this wall in, and then we'll do the corners, and then we can start to delete things. Have I looked at the Blueprint Sandbox mod? No, I haven't. Let's take a look. Let's see. Is this the one you're talking about? Okay. Oh, okay. So it gives you... So it creates like another surface where you can go in and create blueprints, like with creative mode. That's interesting. Yeah, and edit. Okay. I'll have to try this. That's a good idea. All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. Where is my radar? Oh, you know what? I probably need to build one. Here. Give those to the bots. I did ghost it down, didn't I? Maybe I didn't. Yeah, I did. Right here. Thank you. Okay, now I can finish this wall. There we go. Uh-oh. See, now they're attacking the unfinished wall. There we go. Yeah, I guess that's the main danger of building the new wall. It takes a while to get built, and in the meantime, stuff is getting destroyed. Oh, and I actually did build on creep here. I thought you couldn't build on creep. Maybe it's just rail that you can't build on creep. Alright, let's get the plumbing hooked up over here. Let's see, I want the corner. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and delete this. Okay, I guess that got taken care of. Hey K-Mac, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. I'm doing well, thanks. Good to see you. All right. So we just have to wait for the we have to wait for these flame turrets to get placed, and then the oil should start flowing to the rest of the wall, and then we'll be in good shape. My roundabouts are going to have a few extra tracks on them. Oh, yeah, you're right. Well, you know, I guess it's not a big deal. It'll be okay once once I build on top of it. But yeah, I think you're right, probably because of this blueprint, right? That's weird. I wonder why I have all these straight sections there. Well, I don't want to save it. I'm afraid I'll just end up screwing it up. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. It doesn't hurt anything. Oh, is this the one that's causing me trouble? Might be. You know what? I think they're on my grid. All right. Anyway, we'll take that one out, and we'll put the V2 in. Okay. Okay, now we've got flame turrets, so we should be safe now. Okay, now let's go do the top corner. And I'm running instead of flying because I think my run speed is actually faster than my jetpack speed at this point. All right. Oh, no, you don't. Okay. And then we need a deconstruction planer for the old wall. Okay, so that will have to include flame turrets, laser turrets, artillery turrets, railgun turrets. We'll need to include walls. Okay, walls. It's going to include pipes, and it's going to include substations. All right, and if there's anything else, we'll figure it out as we go. Oh, yeah, we'll need to include underground pipes. And we'll need to include yellow inserters and requester chests. Yeah, and I think that should do it. I'm still going to go through here and kind of do this manually, just so I can be careful not to eliminate anything that I need. All that's good to go. All this is good to go. About here. Yep, we can get rid of all that. All that. Yeah, okay. KMAC, I'm still using the iron pipes. Okay, and then I just need to put down my grid blueprints again to fill in the bits that got missed, because the walls were in the way. And we should be all set. Oh, I got an achievement. Destroy 10k trees with fire. Awesome. Dang trees. Okay. And that's all there is to it. Alright, I don't necessarily want my personal bots to do that. Let's see, did we get built up here? Yeah, we did. Train stop is full of bees. Okay. Yeah, and that's the other... That's the other edit I need to make on my blueprints, is to change those train station names to undefined. Because otherwise when I look at my list of train stops, it's going to be an absolute mess. Okay, and it looks like I am missing some radar coverage now because I moved my advanced radars over by one grid section. Now I'm missing some coverage down here. But that I think I can handle with normal radar. So I'll put one, let's say right here. And let's put one right here. And I'll put one right there. Okay, and I think we should be all set. I'll go back up north and take a look. Yeah, I'm not using LTN. KMAC, no, I didn't. The only significance of undefined is just so that all the unused train stops have the same name. Because what happens, like when you go to name a station, let's say I want to change the name, right? Since all these things have unique names, it just kind of like clutters up the list of train stations. Whereas all my undefined train stations, they all go on one line, right? So it just cleans up the list. And then it's easy to tell precisely whether a certain station has been, given an assignment or not, just by looking at the name. So maybe what I can do is maybe I can try out that mod and see if I can update my blueprint. Okay, this this. I think I can... That's unfortunate. Alright. We'll just have to do without that one. If I need more mineral water, we'll get it somewhere else. Yeah, so here, let me save this. And I'm going to step out of the game, and let's try blueprint sandboxes. Whoops. Here it is. Okay, and let's reload with that. Yeah, I like LTN and TSM. I think they're both great mods. But this time I'm just using the vanilla train system, taking advantage of the station limits. And so far it's working pretty well. So I give all the requester stations and all the provider stations the same name, and I just let the game deal with balancing them out. Right, so for example, this one is stone out. It's currently disabled though, I think, because it's not full yet. Yeah. I set this one to be disabled if it's not full. But anyway, so this one is called stone out. And then if we look at a train, right, so any train managing stone, it just goes to stone out until full. It goes to stone in until empty, and then it goes to refuel if it needs refuel. Now this refuel, this is part of a mod. And I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I think it's one that Clonin wrote. And this one allows you to set up a refueling station, which I've got right here. And then the trains will only go there when they need... You have to add it to every train schedule, but the trains will only go there when they actually need fuel. Yeah, so this is that's my refueling station. All right, so the way that the mod works is every train has refuel in its schedule, but when it doesn't need fuel, what the mod does is it adds this extra symbol on the front of it that makes it skip. And since I don't have a station with this name, right, with this extra symbol in it, it's inactive essentially. And then when it does need fuel, it removes that symbol, and then there is a station with the refuel name, and it goes to that. Right, where was it again? Yeah, so you see that this one actually doesn't have the that skip symbol in front of it. So that's how it works. It's pretty simple and quite effective. Oop, okay, we got to get rid of this. And there we go. All right, if I have any other inconsistencies, I'm sure I'll find it as I start building out here, but looks like we're successfully expanded. Okay, and our rocket silo research is finished, so let's start making a rocket silo, and then we'll have to do rocket control units as well. But I'll go to the mall and we'll set up building a single rocket silo. Yeah, and I'll use a loader on it. So here's what I'll do. We'll set this for rocket silo. I don't even need an output. I just want to build one, but it takes so many ingredients that it'll take a while for the bots to collect everything. All right. Okay, and it looks like, yeah, I put in exactly what I need for a single one. So we'll just wait for that to fill up, and then once it's full, I'll remove all the requests, and then I'll hook up a couple of loaders so that it can fill up the machine quickly. Or I could even do it manually, I suppose, if I have enough room in my inventory. Alright, speaking of inventory, let's clear out some of this stuff. Okay. Do I have extra bots? Oh man, I'm missing some bots, aren't I? Okay. Oh, that was fast. Okay. So we remove the request so that it doesn't get replenished. And then loader out, loader in. Off we go. And that'll just take a minute or so. Is 8.2K per minute electric engines a lot? I don't know. I guess it depends what you're trying to build. I'll help with the concrete. There we go. $10K SPM, that's pretty aggressive. You have red and green at 40K. Yeah. What kind of mods are you using? Okay. And there's my rocket silo. All right. So let's put the rocket silo. Let's put it right here. All right, let me get my grid center. Okay. All right, so I'm going to step away, and then I'm going to Control X. And then I can put this down. Oh, shoot. Can't quite center it. All right, we'll do it like that. Okay, there we go. So there's our rocket silo. Magnetic inserters. That sounds interesting. Does it just like suck stuff off the belt? All right, guys, tell you what, I'm going to need to take a short break. I got to stretch out the back a little bit. Normally I break for 5, but I'm gonna break for 10 minutes, okay? Maybe less. I'll start my timer here. Yeah, so I will be back shortly. I'll see you in a few minutes. All right, folks, I'm back. Thanks for waiting. Appreciate it. The physical therapist gave me some stretches and exercises to do, which are really pretty simple and easy and quick, and they make a really big difference in how the back feels. So anytime it starts to get sore, I do those exercises, and that usually helps quite a bit. Kippy 2020, hello. Thanks, Roboot. Okay. So, we want to get into rocket launches. So let's put in some prod modules. We're going to want those. And shoot. Hey, JD. How you doing, my friend? Flashco, yeah, I did see that. That's pretty amazing. Anyway, welcome everybody from JD's stream. Oh, hey, JD. Yeah. Yeah, I hurt my back a few weeks ago. I'm almost back to normal again. I wouldn't say it really hurt it. It just got out of whack, you know, just from doing regular stuff. But I'm feeling much better now. Been doing physical therapy, and it helped a lot. Actually, my physical therapy is done already. So I'm in good shape now. I just have to maintain it. Yeah. Yeah, actually, this is a standing desk where I am right now. And I should... Well, it's adjustable, so it can be a standing desk is what I'm saying. But I haven't really taken advantage of that fact yet, but I should probably do that. And all my streaming gear is attached to the desk, so it should be that when I raise the desk, everything will be hunky-dory. What was this water for? Oh, I know what this was for. I was using this water for power generation before. So we can remove all this. Oh, actually, where's that water going? Okay, no, I need this water. Let's not remove that one. Oh, and I have a pretty decent chair. I'm sitting on an Aeron chair, so the chair I think is not the problem. But yeah, I think if I did more standing and less sitting, that would probably make a big difference for me. Yeah, I don't edit. Don't like that so much. If you do everything perfectly, you don't have to edit. What kind of chair do you have, Flashco? I'm removing these so I can add more stations, by the way, in case anyone is wondering. Shoot, this is going to be a pain. Oh, okay. Okay. No, that's fine. All right. I think this should work. And I may end up getting extra power poles. Okay. So now I have more stations. And I'll just remove the parts that I don't need. Over here. Okay. This is my automatic train deployment. Well, it's not completely automatic. Let's call it semi-automatic. It just plops down a new train with fuel when I send it off. Yeah, yeah, the chair I've got is pretty good, but I do think that standing more would probably work wonders for me. So, in fact, what I think what I'll do is next stream I will try to do standing, and we'll see how it goes. All right, let's get rid of the trees and rocks. Okay, so we need to bring in rocket fuel and low density structures, right? We've got those. So we'll set this one to rocket fuel in. It's got a train limit of 1, and we need to deploy another train for that. Okay, so rocket fuel in until full, and then rocket fuel out until empty, and then we go to refuel until inactivity. Whoops. All right, hang on. I got these in the wrong order. Rocket fuel out first. There we go. Okay, and then this train is going to do the same thing except with low density structures. All right, so we go to out first. Out means out of the station, not out of the train. Out of the station into the train. So it goes to out until full, and then it goes to in until empty, and then it goes to refuel, and it stays there until there's an activity. Okay. Good. UT Brat or Utbrat, I don't know how to pronounce that, but thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. And here I have an empty train. Oh, okay. I'm doing well. Thank you. Thanks for stopping by the stream. Appreciate it. We're playing on Krastorio 2, by the way. And speaking of coffee pots, now why do I have that problem? I must be missing another signal somewhere. Oh, okay. No, that signal is not needed. That's why it's flashing. Down here it's fine though. Okay. Well, should work. We'll see. All right. And then we'll need, whoops, sorry, unloading station, which we have here in the blueprint book. All right, so that's going to be like that. And we actually don't need that. Okay. All right, and then we'll do the same thing up here. There we go. All right, and this will be, sorry, for the other parts. What do we have down here? All right, that's rocket fuel. So this one will do low density structures. In. And here comes the train. Filters on the unloaders. No, looks like we're good here. Yeah, one of these, I think it's the horizontal blueprint that has filters on it. Oh, yeah. Flashgo, how do I let you do links? Let's see. User. God dang it. I don't remember how to do it. I think it's a Streamlabs thing. Okay, thanks. Guys, look, I'm not an advanced streamer. I cannot remember any bot commands for the life of me because I only use them like once every 3 months. So, my apologies. All right. Looks like rocket fuel. We're still waiting to get filled. Oh, okay. I think I do have a problem there. I think I've got filters on that. Is that's probably what you were talking about, isn't it, K-Mac? No, there are no filters. They're just in the wrong direction. No, that's right. What the... Okay, no, don't do that. Okay, that's right. Out until empty. Oh. Okay. How about this? Let's do out until full. And let's do in until empty. Man, that was really messed up. Okay, now we should be in business. Yeah, let me check out this chair. Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Thanks for the link. I may get that because I work from home most of the time. But when I work from home, I actually sit in a different chair. So maybe I'll try that one for my other desk. Okay, so now I need rocket control units, which we're not making. Oh, that's cool, JD. Well, hey, you know what? Let's try it. Let's try it. I'm going to try to stand. There goes the desk. Gotta make sure no cables get stuck. Actually, I do have a cable problem. Hang on. Okay. Well, look, I'm standing, but the camera would have to move. Yeah, in my case, it's the USB cable for the camera is a little too short. But that's nothing an extension wouldn't fix. Hang on a sec. We're going to lose the camera for a moment. All right, let's try again. Okay, this is as high as it goes. But apparently, get the chair out of the way. The camera's a little too low now. All right, we'll do this another time. My camera mount is like right behind the monitor, and I'm not going to be able to move the camera angle unless I move my monitor, and I don't want to mess with all that right now. So anyway, next time. Right. Yeah, the the desk actually doesn't quite go high enough. Yeah, and by the way, if you want this fancy Tuplex t-shirt, check my merch link. Got coffee mugs. But yeah. So that would be nice to be able to stand. I'll work on that. I think I actually need more height on the desk for that to work right, because when I'm sitting, I have the desk set up so that it's basically even with my elbows, which I think is the right spot. But when the desk goes as high as it can go, it's still a little bit lower than that, which is why the top of my head is out of the camera frame. Anyway, I'll work on it. I guess to make that work, I would have to raise the desk on something so that I can have it lower while I'm sitting. But yet another one of the disadvantages of being a tall guy. It's not always... Being tall is not always great. Sometimes it is, but not always. You run into lots of problems like that. Like, for example, I used to be really interested in motorsports. You know, I used to race motorcycles when I was younger. And when I got older, I wanted to get into cars, and finding a sports car that you can sit in when you're 6'3", forget it. They don't make sports cars for big people. They're made for little 5'9", 140-pound guys. So, motorcycles are too, by the way. When I was riding a motorcycle, I looked like a gorilla on a mini bike. Okay, so low-density structures, we're making around 150 a minute. Rocket fuel, I think we could make faster than this, but we're not presently. Let's look at the last 10 minutes. Yeah, okay. So we want to get like around 200 or so a minute of rocket control units. Oh, does it? That's cool. Yeah, I think that's the way to do it. You need to become very wealthy so that you can afford to pay somebody to design and build a car or a motorcycle that is specifically designed for you. And then just be content with the fact that it's going to be slower than everybody else's car because it's too big. Yeah, so I just need to be a lot wealthier. That's the solution. All right. Rocket control units. What do those take? Let me close this door. Hang on a sec. Yep. Oh, and don't even get me started with riding on a plane. I think if you're average height and weight, you're in good shape. Okay. Yeah, so rocket control units are pretty much the same as in vanilla, so we will have to set up production of those, and I think we'll do those right here next door. So let's get that going. And that's 30 seconds. Huh, interesting. They have a longer crafting time than low-density structures. Yeah, so we'll need more production capacity than we have for low-density structures. All right. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to... Oh, shoot. Where's this water going? No place. Okay, we can get rid of this. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of all this. I'm going to convert this to the 8-station layout. I will have to leave that, however. Yeah, this water pump is going to be in the way. So let's do this. There we go. Okay. Oh, you know what? Let's try that. How do I do that blueprint editor thing? Shift B. Okay. Well, there's a bit of a disadvantage. I can't use my blueprint book in there. Let's put it in here. Maybe I can do it that way. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so now we can edit this, and we're just going to rename all these to undefined. There we go. All right, and then I should be able to edit this blueprint. Right. If I just say select new contents, then it should be exactly the same, except with undefined for the names. And then I can put this back in the blueprint library. And hopefully that'll work. Let's see. Well, I can't see the train names, the train stop names. All right, so let's delete this. Well, hang on a second. Let's make a copy of this, just in case. Okay, yeah, and those are called undefined. Okay, so I'm going to delete this one. This is the copied one, yeah? Okay, I think that worked. Hopefully it did. All right, get rid of the trees and rocks. There we go. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Fairly easy. Okay. So, rocket control units. Those are going to need processing units, and then we'll have to make speed modules here. Let's just do a little factory planner thing. Make sure we get our ratios right. Okay, and yeah, I don't know. Let's go for 200 a minute. Okay, we're going to change this to use assembly 3s. And we're going to have prod 1 modules. So we'll need 83 machines. We'll just round it off. We're already making processing units. We'll need speed modules. We can do those with yellow machines as well. That'll save space at least. And then we'll need electronic components and green circuits. Okay. So let's start to design it. Actually, let's get the raw materials coming in first. Okay, so we'll do. Oh, here. You know what we can do before we do that? Let's rename all these train stations over here first. I think that works. Yeah. There we go. That should clean up the list now. Oh, I still have... Where the heck are those? Ah, over by the rocket silo. Okay. Let's rename those. All right, good. Hey, Lupus. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for stopping by the stream. We're going to be doing this every Sunday. I made an in the past I have been streaming twice a week, but for those of you who maybe weren't around earlier, for the next few months at least, I'm only going to be streaming once a week. Just because I have a lot of other activity going on in my life right now, and I need to make sure that I am conserving sufficient time for the family. So once some of my other activities get completed, then I can potentially return to twice a week again. But for the near future, we'll just be doing once a week. Yeah, you're right, C Black. Yeah, yeah, I'm still playing K-Mac. That's one of the reasons. I've actually been pretty busy with the band stuff. For those of you who don't know, one of my other passions in life is drumming, and I play in a cover band here in town. Play at the bars and the clubs, which is a lot of fun. But that occupies usually one night per weekend or every other weekend. I have to look up Dario Rossi. He's one of the best known drummers in the world. Why have I not heard of this guy? One of the best known drummers in the world for his unique performances. Oh, okay. It's because he doesn't play on a traditional drum kit. That's probably why I haven't heard of him. Huh. Well, I will definitely check this out. Thanks, man. Yeah, cool. Yeah, he sits cross-legged on the ground and has various drums and percussion instruments set up all around himself. That's interesting. Yeah, I'll check this out. I haven't heard of him before. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, back to the structures. All right, we'll have to dispatch trains for these commodities. All right, so let's get that going. So anytime I set up a new station, I try to set up an additional train as well. How much better am I than Mike Portnoy? Probably 42% better than Mike Portnoy. Yeah, I'm really good. No, I'm not quite in the same league as Mike Portnoy. He's pretty awesome. All right, so we need to go out until full, and then we go in until empty, and then we go refuel. Yeah, I wish. No, I just started playing with a new group. Like the band that I've played with the most plays like mostly like 80s type of, like 70s and 80s classic rock. Which I like, but it's not really like my favorite. Because I came of age like in the late 80s, early 90s. So I'm really more into like grunge and that sort of thing. And I just recently hooked up with some guys that play that kind of music. So I filled in with them a couple times because their normal drummer has been unavailable. And that's been fun. And the music's more challenging to play, in my opinion. I kind of mark like the early 90s, late 80s, as there was really like a shift in style of rock drumming. I think like the skill level of your average rock band drummer in that era stepped up quite a bit, at least in terms of how complicated the drum parts are. Like in the 80s rock music, the hair bands, that sort of stuff. The drum parts were generally fairly simple. And, you know, when bands like Pearl Jam came out, for example, Alice in Chains and so forth, the drum parts got a lot more complex. So I like that. I mean, I like the music, and I also like the challenge that comes along with playing that stuff. So that's been a lot of fun. Empty. Inactivity. There we go. Okay. So now we got the blue circuits as well. All right. So that should give me everything that I need. Yep. There we go. All right. So let's get this unloaded. We don't need that. Right, and this one I do have to... Let's see if we can get rid of that stuff. This one I think is the one where I have to fix the filters on it. Or not the filters, just the direction. There we go. Yeah, I think you're right, K-Mac. Yeah, I mean, you know, 80s music was really, you know, simplicity was kind of a hallmark of a lot of 80s music. Especially when it came to the drums. You know, like AC/DC is a great example. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say AC/DC is a 80s band. I think they first got big in the 70s, but you know, but like the drumming in AC/DC is quite simple. That being said, I love the drummer from AC/DC because even though he played simple parts, I mean, they're perfect for the songs. And he played them very well. Yeah, playing simply is not as easy as it sounds. What was great about Phil Rudd, who's the guy that I'm talking about, for example, is that, number one, he realized that the song doesn't need a busy drum part. He had the skill to play a busy drum part, but he didn't because it sounded better when he just went doom, gop, boom, bop, you know, real basic. It sounded great with the music. And he played it perfectly, you know, his timing's right on, he hits, you know. So there's a lot of skill to playing something simple, but executing it very well. And I like doing that too. I like playing that kind of music too, because it's a different kind of a challenge, you know. All right, these trains should arrive shortly. So let's start setting this up. So I need 35 machines making speed modules. And those are going to use the green circuits and these things. So we'll set that up over here. So for 35, I think what we can do, let's get rid of that, is we'll just round it up to 36. So we'll do 2 rows of 18. Well, here, let's just start with this. And I don't think we're allowed to use productivity modules here, right? Yeah, we're not. Okay, so no modules on these. And these build fairly slowly, so we can just do yellow inserters, I think. No, we better do... Mestel88, thanks for the follow. Let's look at this again. I'm going to need 1.7K per minute, which is what? $28 per second. All right, so those are going to need a red belt. So we'll need red belts of electronic components. Yeah, so here, let's do it like this. and then we'll get the green circuits from yellow belts, like so. Okay. Let's throw in some power. And a light. All right. So that's 4, 8, 12, 16. And how many did we want? We wanted 35 altogether. All right, so there's 32 and 36. All right. And then we just have to feed it. All right, where are my green circuits at? Where am I making green circuits? Over here. All right, we're still filling up. And that is going a bit slowly because we're also using a lot of green circuits. I think we may need to scale up green circuit production here pretty soon. In fact, I'm pretty sure that we have to. I do like this build. Okay, tell you what, you just go ahead and go. I don't care if you're not full right now. I just want to get stuff loaded in so I can make sure that everything works properly. Right, and then for blue circuits, this is also exceedingly slow. Okay, that's almost full. You go ahead, and you're coming down here as well. Okay, good. So at least we'll have some ingredients to get started with. All right, so for these, how many per second am I going to need on the greens? Okay, so it looks like I need 1 yellow belt for the greens, but I'll go ahead and set it up with 2 just to make it easier to route it. All right, so I'll do that, and then we'll do this. All right, and then we'll need red belts here because we need these to feed in pretty quickly. And there we go. Let's check our power consumption. We're doing just fine. Oh, hey, let's do research. How about that? If we exclude those, these are the researches that I can still do. So I'm going to hold off on these quality of life researches until the end. So I'll just add the rest. Atomic bomb, that'll be fun. Okay, and then I think that's everything that I can do for now. That'll keep us busy for the next 30 minutes. Okay, awesome. So we got that. All right, and then on the RCUs, we need 87 of those machines. Here, let's cancel that. I'm going to steal some of these speed modules just so I can handcraft a few of these yellow assemblers. There we go. Just to help me build stuff. Oops. All right. And these these will be the rocket control units. And we want to load those with productivity modules. Right. And these are slow to produce as well, so yellow inserters ought to be fine. Right, just one of each every 30 seconds. Yellow inserters are more than enough there. We can do shared belts. Right, so this part will be fairly simple. Just like that. And we just need to copy it a whole bunch of times. So that's, we need 87. So that's 4, 8, 12, 16. That's 32, 48. 48. Yeah, I'll just do 2 times 48. Right. That'll be fine. That'll be enough. Okay. And my blue circuits are down here. Yeah, so actually what I can do is let's just reverse the belts that feed these things. Okay. And let's just double check how much we need. Right, items per second. Yeah, I mean just one shared yellow belt between the two of these will be more than enough. Here, let's do this. That looks a little cleaner. Shoot. I had to make this difficult, didn't I? Okay. And then we'll put rocket control units out down here. There. And that's all there is to it. See you, Jim. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time. C Black, no, I never did play Cyberpunk 2077. Is it a good game? I've heard of it. I just bought Transport Fever 2, by the way, guys, and I'm thinking for the next stream I might just play TF2. That might be fun, just for a little change of pace. You know, not like not necessarily to start like a new series or whatever, but just to try the game out. I've heard that the tutorial is pretty good. So just fire it up, start with the tutorial, and go from there. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that can be a little disorienting. Yeah, it's good to try new games once in a while. I really haven't played any new games recently, so I'm looking forward to trying something new. Can I do that? Yeah, there we go. I'm going to get rid of those speed modules. Don't really need them. I don't know why I have speed module 2s. Get rid of those. Okay. So we're all set with that, and then we just need a train. Okay, so rocket control units out until full. Go ahead and get started there. And then we just need to set up the receiving end over here. Put those right here. Oh, I'll have to create this. Rocket control units, where are they? There we go. Okay. That's all there is to it. That'll take a while to fill up. Okay, and then we'll set up a station here to receive it. I'm limiting these chests. That's where I limit it is one train full. Okay. All right, and that's all there is to it. Let's go ahead and send this out just so we can watch it get started. Oh man, that's a bummer, C Black. Well, I guess the good news is that there's plenty of good games that don't require first-person view, so you still have a lot of good options. But yeah, that does limit it a bit, doesn't it? Hey, Serm, yeah, these chests are connected. I've got a mod called Merging Chests. So what you do is you put your chest down. There's a little selector that you use here, just like that, and it merges them together. If you do the same thing with the shift key, it'll unmerge them. Right, and you can do different shapes as well. Right, and it just gives you the combined space of however many chests you put in there. And I think it works for logistics chests too. Ah, no, it doesn't. Just for regular chests. But yeah, they're perfect for train stations and such. Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense, C Black. All right, off we go. Making rocket parts. Now, I do need a satellite, so we'll need to set that up as well. What I think we'll do is we'll just make the satellite in the mall. Here, you know what? Let's make this a substation instead. you go. So I'll just have this request satellites. I can't remember where satellites are. Ah, in the production tab, of course. Let's go ahead and request 5. Okay, and then I'll bring out another RoboPort. There. CERM, that's a good question. Pardon me. Let's try it. Let's get 2 of these medium containers and see if those can merge. No, it looks like it only works for vanilla chests. Although, you know, there might be an option for that. Let's see. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I have it set to only work with steel chests, but it looks like you can configure it in the startup settings to work with other kinds of chests as well. So yeah, you could probably get it to work with all chests if you really wanted it to. All right, so let's set up satellite production. All right. Low density structures, blue circuits, solar panels, and accumulators. I don't know if I'm making solar panels and accumulators yet. I don't see them. No, I'm not making them. I've never made a solar panel or an accumulator. All right, I am making batteries though, so that's good. But yeah, let's set up panels and accumulators. I don't know how much I need of each, so I'll just do 2 of each for now, I guess. These take 10 seconds. How many do we need? We need 100. How long is it going to take to launch a rocket on this thing? If I'm doing, let's see, if I'm doing 200 rocket parts a minute, that's like about every 4 minutes I'll launch a rocket. Oh, sorry. Best way to defend against the bugs. Okay, yeah. Sergeant Skillshot, I will show you. This wall design, in my opinion, is the best way to defend against the bugs. Right, now in this case I've got some extra weaponry from Krastorio 2, which you wouldn't have if you're not using this mod. But if you ignore these railgun turrets, everything else that you see here you can set up. Right, and so what this consists of are double walls, and then you've got these kill boxes, you could call them, spaced along the wall. The important thing is that you have to give the biters a path to whatever it is that they want to attack. Because if you don't give them a path, then they're going to start chewing through your walls to get to it. So in this case, the biters get close to the wall. They want to go after these turrets, and they actually have a path to get there. But the path is intentionally designed to slow them down and make them go single file through here. And while they're doing that, they're getting completely wasted by these flamethrowers. And once they get close enough, there's also a couple laser turrets back here that kick in and kill them. Yeah. Yeah. Now, occasionally they do attack the walls. Like if there's a big group, sometimes some of them will start biting on the walls. But you'll see that the turrets are within range of all of the wall sections. Okay, so if they do start to chew on the walls, they will get attacked. They will get killed eventually. And the wall is within range of my robots so that the construction bots can repair the walls when they do get damaged. But yeah, the answer is flamethrowers. The flamethrowers just absolutely destroy them. We can here, you know what, let's I'll use my artillery here and we'll kill some stuff, and that will trigger an attack. So you can see it in action. We get attacked pretty regularly here, so I'll show you how it works. Oh, here's, yeah, we just missed an attack there. But let's watch the wall for a minute, and we'll get to see an attack take place, and you can see how effective this wall design is. I got this wall design off of Reddit originally. Let me see if I can find a link, actually, while we're waiting for an attack to watch. Yeah, there was just one here that I missed. Give me a minute. Here we go. Nope. Okay. YouTube. It's on YouTube. Check that out, Sergeant Skillshot. Okay, here's an attack. Watch this. Right, so I mean, my railguns, yeah, okay. That wasn't a good example because my railguns killed them all before they even got to the wall. But anyway, we'll keep our eyes open, and hopefully you can see an attack. But yeah, I mean, nothing gets through this wall. Even in the late game where things are where the biters are pretty advanced and powerful. All right. Yeah, so back to what I was saying. Let's see. If we launch a rocket about every 4 minutes, that means I need 100 solar panels every 4 minutes, which is 25 a minute. And if I have 2 of these machines running nonstop, they take 10 seconds each. That's 6 a minute. So that's not quite enough. 6 a minute. All right, let's do 4 of each. That'll give me 424 a minute. There. We'll do 6. And we'll change this to solar panels. And CERM, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Okay. And then we will do something similar for accumulators. They have the same production rate, so we'll do the same number of machines for those. And that should be enough to keep the satellites fed. And everything else we're already producing. Okay, so this should be enough to make satellites fast enough to keep the rocket launcher going. At least 1 rocket every 4 minutes. Yeah, skill shot. It does help sometimes. I mean, obviously, blueprints are great for using construction bots. But it's also useful just for saving designs. So, for example, even before you have bots, like for example, if you're playing a game and maybe you design some science production or something that you really like, you make a blueprint, you save it, and then in your next game, you can plop down your blueprint, and then you can just manually place all the items from the blueprint so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel every time. Yeah, so it's good to do that. I don't personally do that a lot because I kind of like redesigning things every time. But for some of the more simple items in the game, there's a lot to be said for just using blueprints and not thinking about it every single time. Okay. Oh, we almost have our first rocket done. We're just waiting for RCUs. We're always waiting for RCUs. Okay, let's go ahead and send it so we can get this rocket done. It would be cool to launch a rocket before we end the stream today. Yeah, it'll take a couple minutes before we get accumulators and such. What are we missing? Batteries. I probably need more battery production. So let's beef up the battery production. How much do I need to beef it up? 4 seconds. I get a battery every 4 seconds. I need 5. I need 30 batteries every 10 seconds. So I need 3 batteries per second. Which means I need 12 machines making batteries. That's a lot of batteries. Okay. So that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I think pretty soon we're going to get to the point where we're going to be stressing the base, right? We're going to be finding that we're running short on components a lot, and yeah, like here I am short on silicon. Where am I making silicon? Am I making silicon? I mean, I know I'm making it. I just don't know if I'm making it here in the mall. I've got quartz. I don't think I'm making silicon in the mall. Shoot. Where's my silicon production? Here it is. Oh, okay. So I just have to run the quartz through a furnace for silicon, right? I could bring it in by train. What have I got here? No, I can't use that station. You know, I could use this station. Let's set this up to bring in silicon. Ah, okay. I don't even have an in station yet for silicon, so this will be the first one. There we go. any trains going to silicon out? No, I do not. Okay, so this will be the first one for silicon. But as you can see, over here, yeah, I'm using silicon at a pretty rapid rate already to make electronic components. And then I buffer the extra in here to load on trains. Okay, and then we need an unloading station here. Oh, you know what? I'll just do it. I'll do it like this. Don't need that pipe. Okay. All right, so this will put silicon into the bot network close to the mall, which is essentially what I'm trying to do there. All my other stations that feed the mall are full. That's why I had to put it over there. Yeah, you know what, Sectoon, you could be right. What was the silicon for? Oh yeah, okay, that's for the solar panels, right? That's a good point. Let's see. 2.5 per second. Yeah, so maybe not one furnace, but maybe several furnaces would be enough. Let's see. Ooh, 16 seconds. Yeah, no, I would need a hell of a lot of machines. Actually, I do need a hell of a lot of machines. Not in the mall though. Games 8 Gaming, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to expand my silicon production by a fairly hefty amount. Let's see. Are we unloading now? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, because that's going to consume 2.25 per second. Anyway, I think we can launch a rocket now. Let's launch. I'm not going to do auto launch just yet, but let's go ahead and launch this one. First rocket of the game. Woohoo! That's always a great moment. I don't get any message. Okay, and there is my space research data. Now, the space research data, let's see, do I want to send it out on a train? I think I do. Alright, so we'll change this to space research data out. This is going to be hard to decipher though, because it looks a lot like some of these other cards. So we'll just add a little help there. Space research data. Okay, And for this, I'll just set up a station with like a single, this will just be a single train. Kind of like we're doing for the science packs. Or not a single train, but a single wagon. Yeah, we'll put it, yeah, let's put it over here. All right, let's reverse that. And we can replace that with a steel chest. There we go. All right. And I'll tell this to auto launch with cargo. So this way, as long as it has a satellite available, it'll launch as soon as it's ready. And then we don't have to manually come down here and do that. Yeah. See, now we're out of acid. Now the whole base is going to start falling apart because we're putting heavy demands on it. I'm not making any acid at all. This whole thing has come to a halt. Why is that? Okay. It's because we're filling up petroleum first, which is fine. How's our oil supply looking? Oil supply is fine. I may need to build another refinery. Well, I'm sure I need to build another refinery. We're not making petroleum fast enough to satisfy everybody. I'm just curious to see what happens once these tanks are full. If they're ever full. Yeah, I should probably set up another refinery. Well, I think we'll save that for next time. No, we're good. We're good on the water, K-Mac. I've got water right here. Yeah, so everything's fine on the water. And it's running. You can see all the refineries are green. Right? They're all running nonstop. It's just that we're using the petroleum just as fast as we can make it. That's where we have an issue. Once these tanks fill up, then we should start making more acid. Yeah, we can go ahead and send that along. Where's that going? Oh, that's... Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm using acid now for... I'm using acid now for smelting. That's something I gotta be careful of, right? Yeah, if I run out of acid, I'm gonna run out of plates, and then the whole dang base is gonna come to a stop. You saw empty pipes where the acid is being made. Yeah, well, oh, okay. The petroleum pipes are empty, not the water pipes. Yeah, the petroleum pipes are empty because they're just not getting much. Looks like we're getting more now that these tanks are getting full. So it's not flowing in as fast. And we're getting some in these tanks now, so that's good. But yeah, I do need to build another refinery somewhere. Maybe over here. I've got crude oil there. I'm not moving crude oil by train anywhere at the moment, because I've been lucky enough to have it available. So this would be a good place for another refinery. Let's go ahead and mark it, and then we'll do that in the next stream. Oh, here's an attack. Sergeant Killshot, I don't know if you're still here. Hopefully you can see this. Well, they might get destroyed again by the railguns. Let's see if we can see the wall in action. Yeah, no, my railguns are too strong. Okay, yeah, so we'll put a refinery there. Let me put that on the to-do list so we remember what to do next time. Additional refinery. Bottom left. Yeah, so we'll get into that in the next stream. And I think that's going to do it for me today. Let me go and see who else is streaming right now so we can raid somebody. Do you guys prefer watching Nilaus play Satisfactory or watching Colonel Will play Factorio? Let me see who else is playing Factorio, because I always raid Colonel Will. Yeah. I think we'll just skip the raid today, guys. Not too many people playing Factorio right now. So, thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. I'll be back next Sunday. I'm just going to be doing one a week for the next few months. Hopefully we'll be able to step it up after that. But for now, I will see you next weekend. Have a great week. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate the support, and hope you have a great Sunday and a great week. Take care now. Bye-bye.